What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Ray Nice. Today I'm actually bringing you a video about depression, about sadness, and about bullying, and so on and so on. And there's a lot of personal things to this story. So I'm going to tell you a story about a friend that I knew, and he kind of just wandered off and, left me, like that best friend that you just totally forget about. But first, I want to show you how it affected my Call of Duty game. If you can see on the screen right now, it shows I'm in a 22-17 deathmatch at Hijacked. And you're going to see as he's going on, how I start to go lower and lower and lower. And not only that, but my confidence in the game just starts to go down, because out of all this that I had to deal with, it was a lot of depression, and it was a lot of sucky, unhappy feelings. And for a long time, I didn't go positive. And after a while, I realized it. I can't play this game anymore because I'm not happy. And it's crazy to think, but honestly, you gotta be in a good mood. You gotta be happy if you're trying to play this game. So, as you can clearly see, some of these games are slightly positive by 1 or 2. Most of them aren't. But either way, we got the victory. So, what basically happened, the short story, before I read the whole story, was that I met a friend back in like 7th, 8th grade. We became like best friends, and he lives in the city I live in. And one day, his grandmother got into like a coma, and then he had to move to a city nearby the city that I live in. And then that city has like a bunch of hoods and, bad people, and not to say anything bad about these type of people who smoke and drink and, just kind of not in the best place with their life. And honestly, they only did this because they weren't happy. And he got into it and then just disappeared on me, and then comes back like 6 months later like, hey, everything's cool, I'm back. And, comes back once every month or two, just randomly. So, as you can clearly see, these games are still pretty bad. All the free-for-alls are private matches. And eventually I got my confidence back, as a lot of you can see right about now. 40, 50 kills, 30, so on and so on. And it's great to be back. So, I had a video I will play for you guys, and I will talk over it with this story. Look for YouTube I. Where is YouTube I? Oh wait, that's edited films, my bad. There it is. You guys get to watch a domination game. Sorry, so I'm gonna start reading now. Let's go back 6 years. I was about 14 years old in 8th grade. In 8th grade, I met a friend. I called my best friend. He lived in the city that I lived in the middle area, where it was pretty much hood. Back then, we were just good friends. Something I noticed was he was bullied and pushed around a lot. At first, I didn't know what to do about this, so I didn't do anything. I never made fun of him. I never did it to him. Over the time, we became closer friends and eventually started hanging out over each other's houses too. These were the times when the word gay wasn't thrown around like a normal everyday English word. After a few years of getting After a few years of getting bullied constantly, as in him, not me, I had got angry about this because I was sick of it. I got enraged about it. What made it worse was the kid who was going to bully him got mad because a girl said that he said something because she was mad at him. I put my own safety on the line to stop him from getting bullied. I expressed my anger to this kid, and emotion and everything else. The kid kind of got angry because, I kind of like just yelled at him, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna attack you next because you pissed me off. And I told him I don't really give a damn, you don't scare me. And then, he just disappeared one day from the city. He lived in my city. And it's pretty funny because I didn't really do anything about it. So Here's another thing, continuing with the story. A couple years later, my best friend met another kid he was good friends with. You'd think he treated us fairly equal. Well, he did. One day we were all playing ball, and his friend tried bullying me. I have a very strong way to control my emotions, but at some point I knew I'd end up punching this kid in the face. My best friend said, I'm not going to be cool with you, to his other friend, if you keep saying shit to piss off Ray. At that moment I knew he was a true friend. It took about 3 years to find out, but I did. About another 2 years later, I found out his grandmother ends up in a coma, and he has to move to another city, right nearby mine. Unfortunately, I knew there wouldn't be a good influence on him. I constantly asked him to come over and hang out in this city. And constantly he said he would come, but he never came. I didn't understand. I knew we were boys, we were cool, and then I found out what was really going on. He met new friends that never gave a shit about him. Sorry, give me a breather. Alright. They would only be there as long as he would have something to smoke. When there wasn't, it was like they suddenly became associates. I tried to reunite our friendship, but it always seemed like he came around for a day and was cool, then disappeared for what I felt like a lifetime. It really was a month or two. This is how I lost one of the closest people to me. And still to this day, I'd like to help him, but I can't give what he won't take. That is my story. I don't like bullying. I've never been great with knowing what to do in terms of bullies or seeing others get bullied. And honestly, I don't like it. I don't respect it. I don't represent it. And I'm not gonna support it ever. I never got bullied to like get depressed or anything. I was depressed because I lost a best friend just because, I don't know, because he found new people. Maybe he was sick of getting bullied. I don't know what happened, over in the new city he went to. And it kind of sucks to think that I can't help him anymore because he's not living near me. So yeah. That was about me, and I'm feeling like I'm a bit better now. I was not happy before because I had to get over the fact that he was gone. I wanted him to come back, like I just wanted him to be like good friends again, so we would be good, and so on and so on. Give me a quick breath. Okay. So yeah, that's all I had to talk about. Now, going back to Call of Duty. When you're like happily playing, you do so much better. It's crazy. Like, I didn't realize I had to be in a good mood to play this game. Normally people mess up my mood when I'm playing this game because of the stupid crap they do. Like peeking out corners, aiming their sights up. Like, I camp in places like LMG sprayers, and so on and so on and so on. And in this game particularly, I used the scars, you can clearly see. Everybody was laughing at me because I was like kind of trolling that guy because I didn't want him to keep running away because the round was ending, and he just sat there, and I was like, yes. Because I just want the final kill. So, for anyone wondering what made us play Domination, well, we just wanted to try something different again, and honestly, we've been winning in Domination. The one thing I hate doing in Domination is playing those campers with OP weapons. It's really annoying. Like, just imagine, someone just camps with the SWAT, or somebody camps with the M8A1 or the FAL. Like, we play these people on, I'm trying to think, Overflow, and they would just sit in every single window they could find, and you don't know how annoying that crap is. Like, it's the worst. I've never seen anything so annoying like it, and well, there's no real countering it. That's another thing I didn't like about this game, is that you could just camp and you can't do anything about it. And a lot of people would be like, well, you could do that in MW3 too. Well, no. Listen to this. There was a couple guns in MW3 with little to no recoil, which you could hit head glitches with. In this game, though, you see someone head glitching, it's like the end of the world, especially if they have an LMG. LMG, that's game over for you. But that's all I had to talk about. Depression, bullying, sadness, so on and so on. And that guy was very annoying. That was one of those guys that I was talking about. It was a couple games after this one. This guy had the SWAT with an ACOG scope. And he would just aim his sights down at every single window or location. And it was just really yep, like this. That gun is really OP. You might not see it there, but it usually takes 1 or 2 shots. Yep, that's what he would do. He would just aim his sights down at random locations like that. And there he goes again. Just aim up and wait. Someone will always come around the corner. And that was mean. I actually want to show you guys that one before we get out of here. So Ray Nice is out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the talk. Whoops, my bad. I didn't get to it. And always remember, you know, if there's a friend in need of help, help them out. Don't be that guy. Oh, look at Loreno. Don't be that guy to just watch. Because that's not what friends do.
He's gone.
Alright, YouTube. Later.
Friendly UAV inbound.